Welcome to what will most likely be the biggest project on the channel at the time of recording this. This video will be about my issues with A Drive. With that out of the way, let's cue the intro. Hi, how are you guys? Good? Good. You saw the thumbnail and the title and the intro that I'm actually really proud of. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you don't know who A Drive is, which I think is absolute bullshit if you're from his fan base, because most of you just came here to spam dislike and tell me to kill myself. But just in case you aren't part of the mob with pitchforks here to crucify me, he is a Pokemon YouTuber who does videos around Pokemon related things, such as shiny hunting Pokemon, playthroughs of Pokemon games, and leaks in heavy quotation marks, reaction videos, and a bunch of other Pokemon related subjects. At the moment, he boasts a total of 730,000 subscribers? Which is just, holy shit. That's a big ass number. Okay, moving on. Wow, great transition. I bet I put something original in there. So the point of this video is basically the problems I see in A Drive's content, his demeanor on public platforms, and some of his fans' response when anyone insults their god. Anyway, let's get fucking started! Okay, so I understand that A Drive's content is made for kids, and that he needs to get clicks from those kids somehow. So as most kid-friendly YouTubers, he has exaggerated facial expressions in the thumbnail of his videos. I understand that his content isn't made for me, and that other YouTubers do the exaggerated facial expressions in their thumbnails as well. It is just as annoying with everyone else, but it is also a problem that he has. But this is a whole new level. Like, holy shit, look for yourself. Here, he looks like a baby crocodile went Mike Tyson on his no-no square, and his wife looks like she's done with his shit. I understand that there's not much point in making fun of his thumbnails, but I want to start out lighthearted before I get more serious later into the video. Another example of the really exaggerated thumbnails in his videos is the one that follows. Here, he looks like he's trying to suck out the soul out of the poor butterfly, which I can't tell what Pokemon it is just from the shadow. But is doing an amateur PogChamp, but I just want to say I'm not comparing him to the person PogChamp, just the facial expression itself. Ignoring the giant ass red arrow that's found in every kid content, it's a pretty normal thumbnail. Let me show you guys one more. Hey, Adria, put down the scissors. Don't hurt anyone. Back up. Ah! I know you can't take criticism, but actually, I'll say that for later. Anyway, we move, boys. Another thing I noticed about his thumbnails is that he heavily reuses the same photos of his reactions. It's not a felony, it's just kind of lazy, not my type of thing. Here, the videos are only 3 days apart, and they share the same photo of his facial expression. This isn't horribly awful, but the sheer amount of times he does it is just really annoying and lazy, in my opinion. Here is another photo of the same type of example. The video, except what makes this different is the videos came out like right next to each other. This is extremely lazy, at the very least in my opinion. And before I get too serious, in the photo he looks like he's doing again another amateur poggers. And before I get struck for bullying, it was a joke. Let me repeat, a joke. Okay, so I started pretty lighthearted, but here's where I get a bit more serious. Not too much, because I will still insult everything and everyone under the sun, but moving on. His biggest tactic for getting views is putting celebrities in the thumbnails of his videos. While in the video itself, they have 30 seconds of the name of the celebrity in question. While the title and the thumbnail of the YouTube video itself imply that the celebrity is in the video and is participating in the video. This is really scummy in my opinion. I don't think anyone should be doing it. I think it's a blatant breaking of the rules of YouTube guidelines. Don't at me on that. Here, I think I find the biggest example on his YouTube channel. Okay, so in the title and thumbnail of the video, there is no explanation to what Justin Bieber is going to do in the video. To save you time of watching it, what Justin Bieber has to do with it, right, is that A Drive and did a charity event, or he teamed up with a charity, which I respect him for. I am not insulting him for being part of the charity event. The thing is, Justin Bieber was also part of the charity event, but he had nothing to do with Ahrefs. The only thing they shared was that that Justin Bieber had a high score in a mobile game, and that Ahrefs tried to beat him. That is it. There's no other mention of him. So the thing is, Ahrefs has a kid audience. They're gonna assume Justin Bieber is in the video. This is really scummy. The sad thing is, I have more examples of this. I have another example of this. I'm gonna show you right now, but this is really fucking scummy. Okay, before I start, I already know that in the title it says reaction in it, so you would assume he's not in it, which he's not. But as I've stated before, his majority of his fan base are children. And children usually just look at the thumbnails, and I know this from experience because I have a little brother who fits his audience perfectly, and he's actually fallen for this shit before. And also, another weird thing is I'm just saying that the thumbnail itself is weird. Like, what was the point of adding a live action Blastoise? Like, that genuinely confused me. But I digress. I know it's hypocritical coming from me because my thumbnails are shit, but I have a phone. He has a PC. And moving on. Also, he just reacts to Mr. Beast's old videos, which is like the original videos he made was Pokemon Showdown battles, which I do too. Shameless plug, please don't leave. Okay, so another thing he does with the thumbnails is that he's misleading. It's not straight up lying, but most cases, but he is very misleading when he's not using celebrities for his thumbnails. Here is another example. Okay, so here it says in the thumbnail it says that he failed a shiny, which he didn't technically. Like, he has the shiny. He still has it to this day. And the thing is, right, this came out when the games were new. There were still so many misconceptions around the game itself. He did technically fail the shiny, but the raid was from one of his audience members who kept the raid going, so he was still able to get the shiny. And I watched this video in full because when this video came out, I was still a fan of his. And you see, I was a fan about a year ago. The thing is, I was so pissed when I saw this off. I felt lied to, which I was at the time. It was a straight up lie to the face with like a little bit of truth. He was legit bending the truth. So that is what annoyed me with this video. And there are actually some points where he straight up lies with his thumbnails. I actually have two examples of it, so this is a little in between. I will show the first example, and then I think there should be like a 1 second break, and then she'll lead right to the second example. Thanks for waiting. Okay, so context. Context for this clip is he has a series where him and his audience members trade Pokemon eggs with each other and see when they hatch, see if they get a good Pokemon or a shiny Pokemon. The thing is, in one of the eggs, he got an illegitimate shiny Pokemon. He got a shiny Pokemon that was programmed in, and he did the same thing I would do, and he would get rid of it. My critique comes in with the formatting of his title and thumbnail. It makes it seem like he spent hours and hours getting this specific Pokemon, which that's how long they usually take. And it makes it look like it was an accident. He accidentally let it go. There's a tiny red corner that has like a symbol for, like, oh yeah, it's my series. But if you were like me and like you just jumped in watching this, you don't know it's like that. You thought he legitimately failed a shiny. This is really annoying me. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the second clip, and I got really heated. Sorry about that. Okay, so in this second thumbnail, where he's very misleading, in the thumbnail, you can see that he's really sad that his Shield game was corrupted. And also, before we move on, I really fucking hate when you put in the parentheses how I'm supposed to be feeling. I could be laughing at your fucking pain, you fucking bitch. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. And that was a joke. That was a joke. Kids, calm down. It was a joke. But the thing is, right? He got a message for it. He's like, oh no, your game got corrupt. So he tried again and it was perfectly fine. Again, this is also when the game was new, so it also scared when I was still a fan. This is the video that made me stop being a fan. It's fear-mongering at this point. Okay, so here's where I get a bit more serious. This is where my genuine criticism starts to show. So, some of Ahrefs' most popular videos, excluding his shiny compilations, are reactions to Pokemon content or other people's shiny reactions. And I'm trying to go a little bit of a rant here. But every Jade Animation could fucking breathe, and the Pokemon community would each make 10-minute videos commenting on it. I've already seen the video myself. I don't give a fucking shit about what Pokemon YouTubers need to add to the conversation. I genuinely don't give a shit. But anyway, now that the rant's over, here are some examples of like A-Drive's reaction to other videos. Okay, so these videos get double to triple the views as normal videos get. That by itself isn't importantly awful. It's just the amount of times he does it. It's like half his content at this point. He found a formula and he found one that works and he uses it. I know this whole portion is mainly my opinion, but it's my video, so ha. But anyway, another thing I saw is that he relies on bigger YouTubers who are known as legendary, for better or for worse, in his videos. Okay, from the looks of it alone, it looks like A-Drive gets most of his views from DanTDM and Okay, apologies. I had to do the joke. I'm sorry, but this part was supposed to be longer, but some news came up, so I'm going to end this part pretty quickly. Not a big point, so apologies for not the best part of the video. Okay, so legit, while I'm editing this, our boy has gotten into some controversy. I'm going to explain that and his truly jack shit response. That's why I had to cut the last part short. Okay, so the context for this clip, right, or this photo. So on Twitter, A-Drive was announcing his newest video. He bought 100 McDonald's toys, which is pretty scummy in itself. So I'm not here to put my, I know, yeah, I am here to put my opinion, but yeah, so that's where this all started. It started from him buying or promoting 100, him buying 100 McDonald's stuff. Like that's a gray area for me. Here's why there's more issues. That's what I'm gonna explain here in a little bit. So this stunt garnered him a lot of criticism from people outside his normal community. He would experience actual criticism from people outside his community, and his response is what ticks me off. I'm going to show you here in a couple seconds, but really, you sound like you're 5, dude. So here was his original response. It's not that bad. He's explaining why it isn't that bad. But then you look at the comment under it. He sounds like fucking Dechi. I don't want to be looked at like the bad guy. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, you genuinely fucked up. And you just completely ruined your whole argument with that. Like, oh, go fly a kite. Like, really? Really, man? Like, you are a piece of work, my man. But it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. Okay, I believe this is the most genuinely fucked up thing he's ever done. I think, personally. And the worst thing has happened when I was editing. So I had to add it in later in post. But, to quote him, if you didn't hear, the COVID-19 vaccine is delayed, and it's my fault for buying 100 Happy Meals. Fuck you, man. Like, genuinely fuck you. Like, wow, yes, I got called out on the internet for doing something fucked up. Oh yeah, ha 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 ha, COVID. Like, really? You son of a bitch. Like, okay, I started out lighthearted, but here's where I'm genuinely pissed at you, you fucking... Okay, so here I'm going to explain what's going on your screen. I'm going to explain the entire controversy to the best of my ability. So, as I said before, A-Drive bought 100 Happy Meals. But the main part of the controversy was that he bought it physically. Like, there's other ways of doing it. He was just looking for the packs. He didn't have to go and buy 80 fucking packs from one McDonald's. And, like, in the tweet, you can see, like, Mystic7's a Pokemon YouTuber, mainly Pokemon Go, who does content. So, like, he got some packs. From we can see, it's less than 80. And then A-Drive satirically responds, bro, you don't know how many kids you bought at that Happy Meal. But we don't know the context for his. We know the context for yours. You bought 80 from one fucking place. And you're like, oh, they could have, I went to 4. But the thing is, the adults don't stop at one McDonald's, and they won't move to another just because they don't have Pokemon cards. Like, that's really, you wouldn't waste gas just to move to another one. You would get one, get the food, and then get out. But the thing is, right, this is backtracking a little bit, but the thing with the COVID, it annoyed me so much because the COVID was in my family for a little bit. I don't know if it hit me, but I'm pretty sure it did, because my parents had it, and we live in the same house. But the thing that was scary is that my grandparents lived with me at the time. It genuinely fucks you up. So you making light of that, it's a big fuck you. Like, genuinely, I don't like you. I refuse to support you anymore. So, yeah, and then the backtracking he does after the fact, after the big guy started coming after him. Like, okay, so this is like a couple hours after like his original like like responses. It's all good. I understand. Like he started like backtracking a lot after people started coming after him. That's not inherently awful. It's just not when normal people do it, but like when people with like 1,000 subs do it, it's scary. This part, he came out with an apology, so that is good. His apology is genuinely good. I wish it was on screen right now. Okay, so here's the apology. I'm not gonna read it out. If you need to, it will be on screen for a long time. So there's two parts to it. I will show the second part. His apology is good. He apologized and it was good. And this part is coming a couple days after I recorded the first part, which was very heated. I'm calmed down and I am better now. That doesn't exclude from what he did, but his apology is better. I still won't watch his stuff, but it is better. It is a starting point. So this controversy, like I feel I like him a little better now because like the way he apologized. What I like a lot less now are his fans who think he did nothing wrong and that he's perfect, and that he's a perfect god. I will come back to them later. But Jesus Christ, they're annoying. Like I got out of a Twitter debate and I fucking won because the person started sending memes. So like yeah, fuck you. If you're watching this, fuck you in particular. See ya. I just want to say quickly before the next part of the video, the next part of the video was scripted before the whole apology controversy, and you can see that the video was edited because he has 738,000, while during the controversy he had 745,000. So just want to clear that up before you guys start attacking and say I'm looking for clout. Fuck you guys. Okay, for context in the original tweet, A-Drive is showing off his card collection, but the title of said tweet has the connotation of entitlement. I'm not saying that he is entitled, just saying that the title perceives him that way. So the Twitter user at JCBS, or on YouTube known as JCB, I'm a big fan by the way, says how it seems like he's bragging in the title. And to quote him directly, the tweet that follows. The tweet reads as follows. What bothers me is the title of the tweet. I know and he knows that he has a ton of money, and saying, oh, look what I have, is just annoying to all of us who cannot get the same thing. 3 months to collect also tells me that he jumped on the trend as it was going off. And yeah, I agree with him, and well, for the most part, I agree with what he said in the tweet. And Adrian's response was to block him. Yeah, just block him. Yeah, him. Criticize me? No, I'm a fucking god. Back the fuck up. I'm not talking to you. Like, really, bro? Okay. So now, my favorite part. Let's talk about the fans. Okay, so before I start, I'm not saying that all the fans are toxic. I'm just saying that the ones that are toxic, that's what this point of the video is about. So, for context, the YouTuber Green Typhlosion also made a video based about A-Drive, even though his was more laid back on mine and more insulting on mine, which is really saying something since I insulted him a lot. But moving on, he got a bunch of comments. So I'm here to show them to you. Before we continue, I say I support Green Typhlosion, but I don't agree with him in all his comments. So I don't want to PewDiePie my situation here. Anyway, here we go.
I find it amusing a halfwit with 2,000 subs targets someone in a negative light who's got 600,000 plus and makes a healthy living from streaming. Jealous or what? You're an absolute clown.
Who sound like who watch a lot of A-Drive and are jealous. 39 views and 39 dislikes. Who say he's not original, but are not original. Who can't talk about people like this? Quit. Please quit our channel.
I think you're the idiot kind of imitator. Just a brain-dead nobody YouTuber who can't get views without putting someone else's name in the title. XD.
We're literally leeching on these people. You get views. You and your channel should be shut down. It's hate speech. People will view what they want to view, and you're not the judge of your channel to decide if it's good. In fact, looking at your channel, it's minimal views. Your opinion isn't valued at all. Okay, I just want to say thank you to all the voice actors who did that. Respectively, it's Maybe Kaylee, Electrical Tides, and Battle Axe Ninja. I will have their links in the description below. And if you're an A-Drive fan, you watch this far, please, if you're going to send any hate, send it to me. Just leave them out of this. And two, don't attack these people either in the comments. They're just kids. Please, just don't do anything dumb. And moving on, move on to my final thoughts.
Hudson.
So I just want to say before the video ends, I don't hate or even dislike A-Drive most of the time. I'm just not a fan of what his content, his fans, or some of the things he's done on public platforms pretty recently as well. Yeah, so everyone's done some stupid shit, and that's not any reason for a witch hunt. Maybe a scripted video that took 20 minutes, but actually took me like 2 weeks to make this. Please don't let it die. But moving on. I've had this idea for months. There's been 3 things stopping me. 1, lack of motivation and just feeling sad. 2, schoolwork's really been a bitch. And 3, he did something with a YouTuber that I enjoyed watching. I think everyone enjoys watching. But so it kind of stopped me. But then his recent tweets got me going. Don't attack anyone in this video, please. I'm begging you. Don't do anything dumb. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't do anything dumb. Don't die. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And also, again, I just want to repeat, don't attack any of the voice actors. If you're going to send any hate, send it my way. Leave them alone, please.